Make a lot of bucks.
Yeah, $120 million.
I love a big swing, and this looks like a big swing.
I do wonder, though, whether this whole thing is all inside of Adam Driver's head. Quote, money doesn't matter.
This is why it's still on my list, because it's going to be this crazy-ass big swing, and I think I still kind of want to see it.
When does an empire die? There comes a time when its people no longer believe in it.
We are taking our city back.
We talk a lot. We talk a lot about putting your money where your mouth is. Francis Ford Coppola spent $120 million. He's in his 80s, so you can't take it with you. Why not? Megalopolis. Tell me about this Adam Driver CGI.
Make a lot of bucks.
Yeah, $120 million with some problematic things going on in the background, but we can talk about that later. Tell me about Megalopolis and what this film is.
It's one of those ones where I'm it probably would have been higher up on my list. Kind of a sci-fi thing, bordering on fantasy, future Rome-esque world. A city has been destroyed through some conflict, really broad adaptation of a Republic of Rome, Roman conflict kind of thing. And so there's this architect, he wants to rebuild the city in a certain way, intrigue and whatnot. The reason it's on my list, even though in my notes it says yikes, I love a big swing. And this looks like a big swing. A big swing from one of still living, truly great directors. Yeah. I love a big swing. I want to see this swing. So just talking about the Film Fest buzz, premiered at Cannes because it's Coppola. Its Rotten Tomatoes score is only 6.3 or 53. Never mind, it's only 53%. Its Metacritic score is only 59. Does not bode well. And its early IMDb rating is only 6.8 with 1,300 early votes. So I suspect this will be one of those films that is very polarizing. I suspect a lot of the commentary, there'll be hyper fans like there are for Dune. It's genius and you just don't get it. It's like, oh, it's a lot of sin and I'm sort of bored and feeling anticlimactic by the end of number 2. But okay, buddy, whatever. I think there's going to be stuff like that, but I still think it's going to fit in average. The lowest it'll go on IMDb, I think, is 6.2. And yeah, some of it is the drama. This is the first time I heard hints of it, but I try and keep out of the newsy, gossipy BS about the making of a movie until I'm like, okay, I guess I should look this up now. And it's like, wow, it's got a whole section on the Wikipedia page about crazy, creepy crap. And so that's going to roll around in my head. I want to see this in the theater, but I'm like, I'm a little worried. And yeah, I think audiences will be split, but it'll still come out to an average, a lower end of average, but an average film, which is in a way unfortunate. This may be the last film he ever makes. Certainly the last really big film. I mean, I don't know, how long could he keep collecting Godfather money?
We just saw Kevin Costner spend 30 some odd million dollars on a Western, and that didn't go well, right? And 120,
bizarrely enough,
$120 million on this CGI Adam Driver. There's nothing about this film that really makes me excited to go watch it. I mean, the backstory of reading on the Wikipedia page of based off the old Roman tale, it takes place in New Rome instead of New York.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it is interesting.
The gag.
Yeah. I mean, I do wonder though whether this whole thing is all inside of Adam Driver's head, because we do see a released clip where he's at the Chrysler Building. You see kind of more reality-based stuff towards the beginning, and then it goes more into the fable territory. You know, I love the cast. Obviously, I love Francis Ford Coppola, but at a certain
You
point,
don't have to love him.
Well, no, I mean, I love France. I love his history of filmmaking. I love what his family has done for film. I love his contributions. There's nothing about this that makes me say I really want to go see this film. And then when we talk about the things behind the scenes that have been going on, it
makes it harder.
Yeah, you know, it's more than a little problematic. I've had
well said.
I have the screen caps here. I want to go through these a little bit here. This is from Variety. Francis Ford Coppola didn't want Megalopolis to be some woke Hollywood production. Says the cast includes people who were canceled. You know...
Said, maybe you're the one who should have been canceled, you creepy bastard.
Yeah. You know, and I'm all for second chances, but it just kind of seems like, you know, can we take the remote away from Grandpa a little bit? I just... You know, and I hate saying that because he's someone who's, you know, there's a reason why he had $120 million to spend on this film. Because he's earned $120 million.
And then some, because this is a guy who's won and lost, made and lost fortunes, all on big swings.
He was making Oscar-winning movies before I was even born.
Yeah.
Next one is Lionsgate pulls Megalopolis trailer offline due to made-up critics' quotes and actually issues an apology. How often do we ever see movie trailers pulled offline? You know, and it doesn't. Sadly, it doesn't stop there. Francis Ford Coppola is shown kissing Megalopolis extras in unearthed videos.
Well, yeah, it's like, Jesus, man.
You know, and see, I don't care that he's 83 and the extras
you got all that money,
much
hire
younger.
A sex worker.
I do care that he is the director of a film taking advantage of extras who can't really say no. Sadly, it doesn't stop there.
Grandmas.
Yeah,
to get them in the mood. What are you talking about, you creepy old man?
And finally, from People magazine, why Francis Ford Coppola risked $120 million of his wealth funding a movie. Quote, money doesn't matter. You know, I just...
Well, and this is that why it's still on my list, because it's going to be this crazy-ass big swing, and I think I still kind of want to see it.
But if it's a train wreck, do you really want to see it?
What if it is a connect? What if it's something where I go, God damn. Actually, you know what? Even if it's a fail, if it's one of those, I'm going to put out one of the films that bugs the living out of me is No Hard Feelings. And it's because it is what it does in the third act kind of screws it. And even then, it's still a pretty good movie. But you kind of, for me, it's like, wow, you, what the man? But it's still a movie I remember. And even a fail, it fouled off in the third act. Couldn't advance the runner, couldn't bring it home. But there's something so good there. And its mistakes are so, in my mind, clear. It is worthy of examination. And a big swing like Megalopolis may be worthy of examination even in the fail. Harvey Weinstein was found out because his power was waning. And so, you know, it caught up with him. How much of these stories are coming out because a lot of the people are going, what can he do to my career? There was another film on here that didn't make the cut, even though I was like kind of, it might be interesting. But I have a hard time watching movies with Mel Gibson in them now.
Speaking of problematic.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's one of those things. I may not end up seeing it, but I decided to keep it on the list anyway. I can only steal so many from yours. And I
do have one final question, Megalopolis. Do you think that a lot of this grandpa level stuff reflects a reduced capacity of a formerly great director?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to see the work. some of these stories won't come out until after he's gone. You know what? Maybe we'll find out it's like, it was more than him just creeping on the young girls. It was him not remembering what was talked about the day before. It was, we hear those stories, and we may not be hearing those stories right now. We may go, oh, you know what? I get why people don't like it, but boy, I get it, and it's amazing.
Look, aging is not kind, and it's something that happens to everybody. And it's sad because that generation of directors...
all the time.
Yeah. What's sad is that the generation of directors that came up together, Brian De Palma, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg,
part of the new Hollywood,
Francis Ford Coppola, they're the ones that saved Hollywood when the studio system was collapsing in on itself. It was those young directors that kind of came up at the same time, came out of film school, and reinvented film. And to see Francis Ford Coppola spending money hand over fist on, and, losing control of his set, I kind of am glad that George Lucas is semi-retired now.
Yeah.
And I never thought I would say that, but...
It's not his fault that Disney turned it into crap.
Well, that's true too. But, hopefully I'm wrong.
People retire. People have to retire.
Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully Megalopolis is brilliant. Hopefully it is one that I will be told you were wrong, and you were wrong to say that you weren't excited for this film. I hope that I'm wrong. I don't
know. Just because it cost a lot of money, it wasn't my money.
Yeah.
Do I really need to see this thing? But I kind of want to see it.
At least Kevin
Maybe
Costner.
It'll be a train wreck, but I don't know.
At least Kevin Costner shot on location. That's like this.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about Megalopolis? It's a mouthful, and it's $120 million out of Francis Ford Coppola's own pocket. Does that intrigue you, or does it just kind of make you go, eh? Or do the visuals actually look really good? Am I being too harsh on the CGI? Let me know in the comments section below this video. I've been Dragon Movie Guy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.